Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. That's the end of the international break and we are back. It was honestly a painful international break. I don't think we need to say it time and again that it is a pretty boring international break. International breaks have been boring. Sad that Natanake got injured there. Otherwise, I'm sure he would play. He would play today instead of Guardiola on the left hand side. Lewis would be resting, but since Ake is not there, I think, and Pep knows he needs Guardiola for Inter Milan away and Inter Milan at home and Arsenal at home. At least the next two games he needs Josko Guardiola. So I just think that Pep. I mean, people say City have so much depth, this and that, but look at it. Who can play left back for us if not for Guardiola when Ake is injured? Yes, I do agree City have depth, but it's not the outrageous depth that people sometimes believe. And it's it's fascinating to have the Premier League back again, and and let us begin an intriguing set of fixtures. I would say an intriguing set of fixtures. Brentford home, Inter Milan home, and Arsenal home. Not gonna be easy at all. I mean, people say that Arsenal have been given a run of away fixtures on the line, Spurs away, Atlanta away, and City away, and we have been given a run of home fixtures. But then this is a time in November, December, January, sometime when we have a stretch of tough Champions League away games and then difficult Premier League away games as well. So I think at the end of the day, it just balances it all. But yeah, that is actually a bit of a surprise for me, to be honest. Uh, Rico Lewis on the left hand side, bit of a surprise. I actually thought Pep was forced his hand that he would have to play Josko Guardiola for the next three fixtures, but Pep went for Lewis, which just shows the kind of trust which Pep Guardiola has on Rico Lewis. To be fair, I mean, Phil Foden not starting in, Jack Grealish starting, Ikai Gundogan starting. I mean, it will be interesting what Pep will do in the three games. I mean, will Foden play in place of KDB against Arsenal? Definitely against Inter Milan. I think Phil Foden uh, will start. I think I expect Phil Foden to come off the bench, whatever be the situation of the game. Expect him to come off the bench, and I think he starts against Inter Milan, and then KDB starts against Arsenal. But then again, if KDB starts against Arsenal, again, what Foden doesn't start a big game. 19 goals last season without any penalties. Phil Foden is right up there if you ask me. Last season he was one of the best players in the league, the best player for us. He won the league on his own. His shots from outside the box were outrageous. It's interesting to see how Pep will fit all of these players together. Will be very interesting to see. Jack Grealish starting is not a surprise. I'm surprised by where he's starting. I honestly thought Jack Grealish might start in the place of Gundogan. To be honest, I mean, in that role, to be honest, driving through the midfield, but Grealish is again starting on the wing. And now the interesting thing is, Josko Guardiola would keep you width, and then Jack Grealish would cut inside. And Grealish is that kind of a winger who loves width, who absolutely loves his fullback to maintain the width. He loves cutting in. But here, Rico Lewis, I mean, today Jack Grealish is not going to have width. Is Pep starting Jack Grealish because there's no Guardiola and Lewis will play on the inside? He wants Grealish to keep width. I don't know. That would be such a waste of the talent of Jack Grealish if you ask me if that is actually the reason. So couple of things I would say intriguing. I expected Bernardo Silva to start, maybe international break, but Grealish also went for internationals. I maybe expected Bernardo to start, didn't expect Savinho to start, to be honest. Really fascinating lineup. John Stones is starting. I mean, it's just a nightmare for people who have had a fantasy team of City defenders. Especially, I was just talking to a friend of mine, and he's having City fantasy defenders. I mean, City defenders in his fantasy team, and he's like, I have Guardiola is not playing. I mean, it's just a mess. If you have City defenders in your fantasy team, I mean, you need to have the entire lot, or you just should not have them because just don't know except Ederson and maybe Akanji who play every week. The heat map of Rico Lewis, the role of Rico Lewis, how he goes into that midfield. And I mean, the other fascinating thing here is, will John Stones move into the midfield or will Rico Lewis move into the midfield? Because we know John Stones is one of the best in the world and going into that pivot role. So both of them cannot go. I think in a way, I mean, if you ask me broadly, I think it will be a back three with Rico Lewis coming in. I think Kyle Walker will be playing in a back three, which means there'll be more pace in our centre backs and our defense as well. Kovacic, De Bruyne, Gundogan. I mean, when will he give a start to Rodri? Now this is another fascinating debate you could have. Yes, Rodri is the best CDM in the world. Rodri deserves to come back. But then Kovacic has played like he's one of the best in the world, not the best in the world in that CDM position. So I mean, how do you where do you play Rodri and where do you play Kovacic? And Kovacic, just like other players in Pep's second season, Kovacic is just and Kovacic has absolutely improved a lot. Matthews Nunes looked all right last match against West Ham, provided a nice assist for Erling Haaland. So what will he do? So a lot of questions. We discuss here. There are a lot of questions and how will Pep fit in these people. But the thing is, you look at the form people are in. Kovacic right now is easily in the top five DMs in the world. Now the ball carrying and all, maybe not the best, but easily is in the top five. What do you do with him? So, and how do you bring Rodri back? Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, it's just a mess right now. I have a friend who has Foden, Doku, and Rodri in his fantasy team, and none of them are playing. That's how it is. I think if you give Pep Guardiola a chance to play fantasy football, I bet he will not sell it. Except Ederson, I bet he'll not sell at any City play and Haaland maybe he'll not sell at any City player in his fantasy team because he himself doesn't know before the match what to do. I mean, who he will pick. So we're all set to go here. We're all set to kick off. Fascinating 3 days for City. I think until December there'll be no fixed team for City like we've seen, and then from December I think we will know who will be starting, who will be in the starting lineup and who are those in the reserves. I think Walker's spot is seriously under tremendous pressure. Rico Lewis in another campaign, if a little bit of luck or destiny or whatever you call it would have been with him, Rico Lewis would have been on 2-3 goals easily till now. By now, he would be having more goals than Trent this season in the first 3 matches if Rico Lewis was just that little bit lucky. It's a tribute to Sven-Goran Eriksson, who was City's manager right before the takeover. And also the first year into the takeover, I remember seeing a great documentary about Sven-Goran Eriksson, who was England manager as well, if I'm not wrong. And Brentford kick it off at the Etihad. I mean, I'm closely observing City's left hand side. And just keep an eye on Mbumo, guys. And Brentford score! Visa scores! It's not even been 25 seconds and Visa scores. What the hell? What was that defending there, guys? Visa scores and it's been 30 seconds and Visa scores. My god. What has just happened to Edison over there? What the hell? I don't think you can expect City to keep clean sheets this season. Ipswich score here, Brentford score here, West Ham score. Of course, it was an away game for them. Edison with the mistake. Edison with the mistake there. What the hell was that defending, guys? Disastrous defending. Absolute disaster. John Stones with a stupid clearance. I think if Stones doesn't try to clear it, Edison catches it. Stupid clearance by John Stones. Look at it. That is a bad clearance from John Stones. Now Brentford can sit back and hit on the break. Stupid clearance from John Stones. I think Edison catches it. I mean, if Stones is clearing it, he can't snap at the ball like that. What the hell was John Stones doing over there? 35 seconds. The first goal. That too at the Etihad. Edison. Brentford are pressing very high. Savinho is dispossessed. Erling Haaland comes back. City are under the cost here. We need to be careful. We need to be very careful, guys. It could very well go north already. 35 seconds. Can't believe it. Can't believe it at all. What has just happened at the Etihad Stadium? What the hell was that? Stupid piece of defending. I think you need to credit the assist to John Stones at least. Now Flacken will take all his time. Brentford are playing around City. City are absolutely under the cosh here. And Rico Lewis does absolutely well. That was a looming 2-0 there. Rico Lewis does fantastically well. What the hell are City doing? What the hell are City doing here, guys? Not at our fluid best. Absolutely not at our fluid best. Brentford, it just seems that the team in black is City and the team in sky blue is Brentford. That's how it is, and that too at our home at the Etihad Stadium. Brentford are playing all around us. Good defensive work by Rico Lewis anyway. . Savinho there. Good high press. Very good high press by Savinho. Savinho's pressing has been superb. Then Grealish needs to press. City are stunned here, to be honest. City are stunned here. Will take a while to recover. City are absolutely stunned here. Ikai Gundogan. Just look at the players over there. Gundogan, De Bruyne, Haaland, Walker. Some of the best defenders, some of the best players are in there, and we are stunned here. That's all. It will take a bit of time for us to settle down, guys. Jack Grealish, Kovacic, Savinho. Decent cross, I would say. Too close to the goalkeeper, but it's a decent cross. It's not a bad cross. He was onside. If not for Rico Lewis, that was 2-0. Brentford are causing us problems. They're playing around a press as well, which will concern Pep. Rico Lewis does extremely well. Haaland was in an offside position, but Jack Grealish. Haaland was just in an offside position. Rico Lewis I think he's been the best player on the pitch for City at least. Kyle Walker there. City are all over the place, to be honest. Kevin De Bruyne just can't get that final bit on it. Come back! Edison does absolutely well there. City are all over the place, guys. City are absolutely all over the place. I haven't seen us flustered as much in a long time. We are all over the place. Ah, this is one of our worst performances up to date, and Brentford are going forward again. We go 2-0 here and the game's done. We go 2-0 down here, guys, and game's over. This is the Etihad Stadium, guys. It's not even the home of Brentford. Gundogan does well to track back, and it's a corner. It's a corner, and Brentford are bloody expert in corners as well. Just take control of the game, guys. Bloody take control of the game. 73% possession for Brentford and just 27% for City. When was the last time you've seen this happen? We cannot allow Brentford to score next. Careful from the corner, guys. We are hanging in there. We are hanging in there, guys. We're just hanging in there. Jack Grealish has to pass it to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Ah, JSK has already conceded, lol. JSK, have you seen the first 10 minutes? We should have conceded 3. And I'm not exaggerating here. We should have easily conceded 3 or 4 in the first 10 minutes. So thank God we just conceded 1. We should have conceded 3 or 4. And I'm not exaggerating. We should have conceded 4 goals. That's how bad we are. JSK, the possession of Brentford in this first 10 minutes is 73%. And our possession is 27%. When is the last time you've seen something happen like that? Brentford are playing around us. Brentford are absolutely destroying us. It's been very bad. This performance is right up there. When we were having the Cancelo issues, those years when we won the treble, the performances were bad before we picked up in February. This is right up there with that 2 seasons back. Still, the win probability meter says City 53%, but we are on the crutches here. We are absolutely down in the dumps. Savinho, I don't know why Kovacic didn't put the cross in there. Are we gonna walk the ball in the net or something? I mean, whenever Brentford are going forward, City are slowly settling into possession, but then Brentford have Mbumo on the counter attack. Manuel Akanji, Savinho. Ah, this is just so frightening. I would say whenever Brentford come forward, they are threatening to score. De Bruyne to Grealish, fantastic long ball. No one else in the world can make that pass except Kevin De Bruyne. That's a corner for City. I just think maybe we are lacking a Bernardo Silva here because the pressing intensity is just not the same without him. It's a blunder from John Stones. JSK, if you're there, the first goal was a blunder from John Stones. Can we do something from the set pieces? Because we are anyway shit on set pieces. What the hell was that set piece? I, why can't Gundogan take the set pieces? Pep will be absolutely mad. I'm mad at what I'm seeing. This is just useless crap. What we played in the first 10 minutes. I mean, if Brentford played exceedingly well in the score, I'm fine with it, but it's just that we're not able to string two passes together. Look at it, Brentford playing over our press. John Stones looking absolutely shaky. I just think sometimes that Ruben Diaz cannot be out of that defense. The organization is gone. There are no leaders left there. I think you can rotate Stones, Akanji, Ake, whatever, but I think Diaz needs to be present in that defense. Otherwise, look at it. There's no organization at all. We are all over this place. City are slowly settling into possession. JSK says Jeremy Doku is needed in this game and Stones needs to go off. I think the problem with Jeremy Doku, JSK, is he'll try to give away the ball, dribble and give away the ball, and Brentford are lethal on the counter. Mbumo, Visa, Rico Lewis, Akanji, Savio. Savio, for God's sake, put in one good pass. Ah, that is a superb ball there. Kevin De Bruyne. That's a corner for City. Then City has just come back. 14 minutes gone. Nil 1. Savinho with the corner. That's not a foul. Come on, ref. Ah, this corner, look at it. It was good. For God's sake, that Gundogan and Savinho take those corners and don't let Kevin De Bruyne take the corners at least. This is at the Etihad and the team is coming in dominating us. Pep will give an almighty rollicking here. What the hell are we playing, guys? This is not even at Brentford's home ground. This is at the Etihad Stadium. John Stone's so rusty. Walker will be rusty. The pressing is bloody not there, and Brentford are through. It's Kyle Walker, so he'll recover. This is just, I mean, I haven't seen us play so shit in a long time. They're doing man-to-man pressing, and it's as if the first time that a team has done man-to-man pressing with us. We have blown teams away. We have bloody come out of man-to-man pressing with Inter Milan, Real Madrid. Savinho does absolutely well. There, Kevin De Bruyne is out wide. He has to play that ball. It's another corner. Savinho, go fast and hit the corner, man. Uh, I just thought the weekend and we could Arsenal have a tough game. We could just sit back and watch, but no. Kevin De Bruyne with the corner. He should have lifted it. He should have lifted it. It was almost an open goal. He should have lifted it over Flacken. I think that was the try, but offside. Okay. Yeah, you can't be offside from corners, but he was offside of the second pass. It's fine. Brentford ever had a dream 17 minutes to start off with, to be honest. I mean, why won't it be a dream? We just gave them a Christmas present. Guys, Christmas is still 3 months away. And that's it, they are through. It's just that Brentford are not able to get the final pass. We're not even competing for the second balls now. I know Brentford have been a bogey team in the past, but last season we defeated them twice, home and away. We are not even able to get the ball off them. That's the thing. We are off the pace. To be honest, we're just not able to get the ball off them, guys. It's just so frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating. Kyle Walker does very well there. That is excellent anticipation there. Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne, great ball into Jack Grealish. The touch from Grealish is sublime. It's superb. Mateo Kovacic, Rico Lewis and Kovacic have been very good. Kyle Walker. And Erling Haaland scores! What? It's that guy! Erling Haaland scores! And he doesn't celebrate. I know why he doesn't celebrate. He's lost a close one, but what a finish that is from Erling Haaland. It's 1-1 City. Come on. It's all about Mateo Kovacic here. That's why he's one of the best in the world in this season. It's all about Mateo Kovacic here. Look at it. Kyle Walker clearly doesn't shoot. Kevin De Bruyne is definitely on side. And the finish is sublime. I know there's a deflection there, but the finish is sublime from Erling Haaland. This is superb from Erling Haaland there. This is fantastic from Erling Haaland. A little bit of a deflection, but little bit of a deflection, and probably that's helped. That's put Flacken away, but we'll take it. We'll take it. The deflection of John Stones was what gave Brentford the goal. We'll take it. Now it's 1-1. Come on, guys. It's back on 11 terms now. Come on, guys. Brentford are up again. They're away again. Edison does absolutely well there. We're again on the ropes. This is an end-to-end game. Without Ruben Diaz, this defense just looks more fragile than glass, more fragile than a parcel packet of parcel where it's written fragile. Be careful. That's how this defense is looking. Without Ruben Diaz, great ball. What a ball there from Kevin De Bruyne. This is fantastic ball. Jack Grealish, it's doing one of his tricks and has lost it. 1-1 City. And that's Brentford's throw, but we are back. We're back in it. Why is it that we always have down? Let us just check the scores in other matches as well, to be honest. 1-1. Leicester are 1 up. Fulham are 1 up. That's interesting. Leicester are 1 up. Jamie Vardy scores. Oh, it's 0-0 with Fulham, which is fine. Edison there with the ball. John Stones. Can Haaland score a hat trick of hat tricks? I'm not concerned about that right now because right now we're still on the ropes. Absolutely no solidity. The defense. Kovacic and Lewis. Kovacic has been immaculate. Just been superb. Even in that phase of play when Haaland scored, Kovacic was the building block of it. He was the one who rotated the ball. He was the one who gave that pass to Walker. Walker pass to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, Haaland, boom, goal. JSK says, am I the only one who is seeing Snoop Dogg Brentford side? I, I don't know JSK, but the defense has been horrible, right? JSK, the defense has been. I mean, have you seen the goal, JSK? Have you seen the goal back? Whose mistake do you think is it Edison's mistake? Because I think John Stones puts him off for sure. John Stones absolutely puts him off. I'll just observe JSK when the ball goes to Brentford side. This is Snoop Dogg or Manuela Kanji, Rico Lewis. JSK is one of the player looks like Snoop Dogg. haven't actually had this thing to observe it. JSK, I'm just worried about City conceding whenever Brentford go forward. Savinho there. But yeah, one thing is sure, JSK. See, the player on Brentford's right wing is always staying up. One thing what you said is right because if Jeremy Doku plays, I think then that winger will come back to defend. It's because Jack Grealish is there and is not exactly having pace. I think their winger is staying high and wide on their right hand side. So yeah, I think Jeremy Doku would be fantastic for this match. Savinho, Akanji, Jack Grealish, Savinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Matteo Kovacic, De Bruyne. It's actually John Stones. The ball's gone out. Just not able to put those passes in together. And by the way, JSK, how do you bring Rodri into this team? If you can answer the question, how do you bring Rodri into this team? Because Kovacic, I know Rodri is the best TM in the world. He should just slot back right in, but Kovacic is looking like he's in the top three best DMs in the world. Just look at how well he's played in this match through Brentford's intense press as well. So what do you do with Kovacic? That's the big question. Maybe rotation, but would Rodri be okay to have that much of rotation? That is that is great from Kevin De Bruyne. Manuel Akanji to Lewis. Lewis has stayed a bit back. He's not venturing into the box. Rico Lewis, Kevin De Bruyne. Ah! De Bruyne was close. De Bruyne was very close to making it 2-1 City. What a ball that is. Flecken has it covered, I think. Superb strike from Kevin De Bruyne. JS says he will break it anyway. Doesn't matter even if it's prime Busquets. But we have seen, right, JSK, that Pep Guardiola, if a player is in good form, is playing well, Pep generally doesn't take him out. Look at how Pep is not taking Luis out. Brentford are breaking. It's 4 on 3. It's 4 on 3. It's 4 on 3. It's 4 on 3. Maybe it's going to be 2-1. It's 4 on 3. Akanji does absolutely well. Akanji does absolutely well, and it's a goal kick, I think. GSK says, and also while Lewis is playing his left back, it's a corner for Brentford because Josko Guardiola is will play both Inter and Arsenal, which means this is the match where he can rest him. I don't think Guardiola can play three matches in a row. And Nathan Ake is injured. I think that's one of the reasons why Lewis is playing as left back. It's a corner from Mbumo. Please defend it, guys. We have defended both of Brentford's corners well. Brentford are an expert at taking corners, so stay back, stay compact, guys, stay compact. Do not press, stay compact. Do not press, stay compact and hit Brentford on the break. Do not press, just stay compact and hit Brentford on the break. That is the only thing I would say. We do not need to go fetching. Akanji does absolutely well. Akanji's done brilliantly well there. Akanji's been very good. I think John Stones is the one who's looked rusty. As a result, their entire backline is shaking. John Stones is like he's just wandering into the midfield like I don't know what he is without keeping an eye to. That is a corner for Brentford again. Edison saying I didn't touch the ball, but yes, it's a goal kick. But I think there's a touch from Edison. To be honest, it was maybe sneaking in. Yes, it was sneaking in. Another corner we have to defend. Another corner from Brentford, guys. Where's my bottle? Guys, whenever I feel tense, I'll hold up the bottle there. This match is just. Look at Brentford playing like that bloody prime Barcelona playing through our press. Hit them on the bloody counter. Savio Flecken with a long kick. The balls with Flecken again. Just tense, guys. I'm just not able to even speak anything because it is just so tense. This is Edison's ball. I think we need to have at least a two-goal cushion to be comfortable. One goal, even a one-goal cushion is not enough. We need to have at least a two-goal cushion. Half an hour gone at the Etihad Stadium at our home, and half an hour gone at our home, and Brentford are pressing us. I mean, it's still fine. Brentford are hitting us on the counter, but bloody Brentford are pressing us. That is what it is. I think Brentford were ready for that long ball from Edison to Haaland. He should have discussed it to Savinho, to be honest, and not to Haaland. Haaland needs to be clever here. He's been dragged out too easily. Akanji's anticipation. Akanji's a Rolls Royce defender. Just been super. Gundogan. I mean, if you can't control a midfield with Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, and Kovacic in it, it's insane. The one of the best midfielder last season, along with Jude Bellingham in La Liga, with one of the best midfielder in the world. Erling Haaland is through. Erling Haaland scores! Woo! Erling Haaland is in that kind of a form, guys. Look at the finish of Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland scores, and it's 2-1. Come on, City! Woo! Look at Erling Haaland there. Wow! Look at how cool the finish was from Erling Haaland. This is just beyond madness. He's on the cusp of a third hat trick in 3 games. Erling Haaland is making a run from inside his own half, and anyway he was not offside. Anyway he was not offside. The runs from inside his half, and that finish is sublime quality. That finish is of the highest ever quality you can ever see. That is a that is a sublime finish. Don't you dare. Don't you dare underestimate this guy. This is Erling Haaland. That finish is not easy, guys. The angle was tight. Pinnock was covering the angle from the other side. That angle was tight. And all many strikers would have tried to take it around Flecken. Flecken was expecting that. What did Haaland do? Halfway into taking it around Flecken, Haaland just shipped it over him. Ah, I think that is not offside. He's made the run from inside his half. It is never offside. It is never offside. He's made the run from inside his own half. That cannot be offside. And anyway, he was behind Pinnock. Erling Haaland almost snatching the ball there. Can we have a two-goal cushion before we go into the break? Erling, you betcha we can, I think. That should have been 3-1. That should have been 3-1, guys. Jack Grealish, Gundogan thought he's had his first City goal after coming back. You betcha, that should have been 3-1. It was a tap in for Ilkay Gundogan almost. Why? I think it's an assist for Ederson, I think, if I'm not wrong. Wow. I think Savinho should have done better there. Savinho should have absolutely done better there. We have seen Riyad Mahrez, Brentford player, is injured, I think. He's injured in a place which we don't talk about often. And Savinho puts the ball out. But Erling Haaland has just been superb. What a run and what a finish. Wow. I think the strike from Savinho was actually very good. It's just that the referee is having a laugh as well. They're all discussing where it hit him. The one who's not having a laugh is Pep Guardiola, to be honest. Pep Guardiola is not happy with what is seen. Whenever Brentford are going forward, there is a tactical issue, to be honest. And Brentford are targeting that left hand side, our left hand side, who plays there, Rico Lewis. Nothing against him, but he's been instructed to come into midfield, and Brentford are playing their wingers high, the left winger high and wide. It's something Pep will have to deal with. I think Lewis would be having a rest, and Natanaki would be starting if not for that horrific injury. Manuel Akanji, Jack Grealish almost at the end of an assist there. Great interception, but not guard. Otherwise, Kundogan would have made it 3-1 City. Rico Lewis, Mateo Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne. Kovacic does extremely well there. City are trying to just suffocate Brentford in their grasp, in their claw. Great ball in there. Savinho, fantastic take. Kevin De Bruyne. Gundogan wasn't ready for it. Bad ball from Savinho, to be honest. Ah, good strike from Savinho again, but it would have been great if there was more venom in that. Gundogan's picking up those areas. And he's again. JSK says that the ball got us balls. You betcha, JSK, you betcha. At one point of time, we had three balls up there in the pitch. If you can understand what I mean. But what about the finish from Erling Haaland, JSK? Describe that finish from Erling Haaland and that ball from Edison, especially that finish from Erling Haaland. I school, right? It was a silent assassin going into one of, it almost reminds me of Hitman, the movie Hitman. Savinho. Savinho just pass. Savio is just keeping hold of the ball too much. Needs to release it faster. This is not Girona. This is Manchester City. Just needs to release it faster because their players making runs left, right, and center. He cannot hold the ball for that long, Savinho, and allow the opposition to reset. What was that? John Stones was trying to score a own goal or what? He's already given an assist for Brentford's goal, and now I think he's trying to score a bloody own goal. John Stones. Erling Haaland does well in his hold up play. Can Savinho find Erling? That the right pass was Kyle Walker. Savinho, it doesn't mean that you have to find Haaland whenever he makes that one. The right pass was Kyle Walker over there. Especially when three defenders have been dragged out towards Erling Haaland, you need to use your brain more. Savinho has been holding onto the ball a lot. He's just finding Haaland. This is bloody too predictable, Savinho. Or Savvy, or whatever they call him. Kyle Walker, just using his experience, look at it. This is why he's still the best right back in world football. 39 minutes gone, 6 more minutes plus, I think there'll be at least 2 more minutes of added time. JSK says is Dortmund finishing his back. JSK, it almost as Erling Haaland went around the keeper, it almost seemed like, there's this Hitman movie, right, where Hitman Silent Assassin, where Hitman goes into one of the most guarded areas and still he finishes his victim off without a whiff. It just seems that Erling Haaland is a silent assassin. You don't get much more cold-blooded silent assassins than Erling Haaland. He went so casually that he was taking his dog out for a walk around Flacken. No nerves, nothing. I don't know what Savinho is doing. He need to cut it back to Walker or De Bruyne. De Bruyne into the box. Erling Haaland and Grealish and Gundogan are making those runs into the box. City is a club known for its cutbacks. I don't know what Savinho needs to use his brain. I'm sorry, his thinking. It's a one man show here. This is not your Girona, Savinho. This is not your bloody Girona. JSK says Agent 47 or John Wick. Agent for definitely Agent 47. Agent 47. That's a foul in favor of Brentford, but disappointed with Savinho today. Holding onto the ball too much. Technically very good, but holding onto the ball too much. Very disappointed with him. Grealish has been good. He's done whatever he's been asked to. The ball's gone out. Brentford are, you know what Brentford are doing? They're doing this second ball thing. When Pep first came to England in his first season, this was what teams used to do. Lob the ball up in the air, win the second balls. Because when the ball's up in the air, the control's just not there. You just cannot. It's unpredictable. I think Rodri is kind of the answer because Kovacic with his height is just not able to deal with those second balls. Otherwise, it's generally been very good, Kovacic. That's a booking for Kovacic, I think. It's not been good on this occasion. Gautam is here. He says, "Hey there, citizens. Hey Gautam, how you doing? Come back like always. It's still not complete, Gautam. The comeback. Still, whenever Brentford go forward, it's the heart. Our heart is pounding. JSK says that's what Jack Grealish always does, back pass and hold the ball. But JSK was so important in this game because Brentford through their right wing, our left wing and their right wing was creating havoc there. Honestly, JSK, if you see the replay of the match afterwards, from the first minute to 10th minute, we were lucky not to be 4-0 down. We were lucky not to be 4-0 down, and it's not even an understatement. Brentford's goal. Then from a corner they should have scored. Mbumo misses his kick, and then Rico Lewis intervenes at the last moment. So it's four goals. Brentford should have had four 1v1s, and they took one. So I think Jack Grealish in a way stamped the flow. Otherwise, it was just to and fro football. But both the finishes of Erling Haaland are just sublime. JSK's watershed tackle by Kovacic. He needed to make the tackle, JSK. I know Bradford's player is injured, but he needed to make that tackle because he did a mistake and Brentford were breaking on the counter. He had to take one for his team. I just thought it was a tackle to break in the player tactical foul and nothing more, to be honest, but doesn't seem that way. I think it's Visa who's off. Not good to see any player go off like that, be it your team or be it opposition. But Kovacic had to make that tackle. Gautam says Stones was at the fault during the first one. Absolutely, Gautam, absolutely. It was the fault of Stones. And Stones almost hit a own goal as well. He passed to Edison when Edison was not in goal, and then Edison rushed back. Stones has been rusty, and also I think without Diaz, this defense just doesn't hold up. JSK says Mbumo is from which country? JSK, I think Mbumo is from one of the African countries. I think is it Cameroon? I think he's from Cameroon. I don't know, but I'm guessing actually he's from Cameroon. Let's once see what's the scores in other matches as well. It's one. It's 1-0. Leicester 1, Crystal Palace nil. Fulham 1-0 against West Ham. Smith Rowe with the assist. Brighton Ipswich 0-0. Liverpool Forest 0-0, to be honest. After a lengthy this thing, glad to see Visa is able to walk off. I think Kevin Shaddy comes on and he's not a bad replacement. He has lots of pace as well. So Kevin Shaddy comes on. It's a tackle which Kovacic have to take for the team. I think he's on yellow as well, which means Rodri will come on. Round about the mark, I think. It's almost this is stupid defending. Do not tackle inside the box. That's a catch by Edison, but again, why did Edison throw it so quickly? Now Pinnock will take a long throw. What an idiot. JSK says, no, that is a nasty tackle. Yes, it is not a good tackle, JSK. It was not a good tackle at all, but in that moment he had to take one for the team. I didn't think even Kovacic. Look at that. I don't know why Edison threw the ball so fast. Especially when he knows we need to deal with long throws from Brentford. It's 5 minutes of added time. Gautam's defense is looking shaky. I think it's expected, Gautam, because Stones has not played for a long time. I think he's come on in the last few minutes against West Ham, but generally Stones is looking rusty. Walker's looked all right, and you're playing Rico Lewis at left back, which is not his conventional position. And you know that Akanji has a bit of a mistake in him always. There's no leaders in that defense. I think whatever defense Pep puts on now, realize that it needs to have Ruben Diaz in that. Otherwise, you're gonna struggle. Ruben Diaz for me is the glue that holds the defense together. One of Diaz or Guardiola, to be honest, or at least if Ake was there, it was. I mean, even when Ake was there, we were conceding silly goals. I think it's Diaz. One of Diaz or Guardiola needs to be there. They are the leadership material, especially Ruben Diaz. Gautam, I don't know if you've seen the first 10 minutes, but said this to JSK as well. But later on, if you see the replay of the first 10 minutes, we should have been 4-0 down, and it's not even an exaggeration. Brentford had four straightforward chances. Brentford had four straightforward chances. It's not even an exaggeration as well. That's how shocking we were. That just sums up how shocking we were, to be honest. I don't know what Jack Grealish was thinking there with the pace on that pass. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Look at John Stones again. John Stones has been shockingly woeful. It's an offside flag that saves us, but John Stones is absolutely woeful. This is his third mistake. John Stones has been bloody pathetic today. He's absolutely been pathetic. Gautam says exactly the Teddy save on the corner was sure shot goal, and there are already three mistakes, Gautam, from John Stones. This is. I mean, I would have maybe wanted been I would have maybe been happy with John Stones, starting the Inter Milan game rather than this. because it's just the starting of the Champions League and not as much as is on the stake with that game. Almost a super pass, but Savinho steals it. Savinho steals it. Savinho steals it. I think this will be the last attack of the half. And Kovacic to Rico Lewis, Kovacic to Walker to Grealish. Think the referee will play on. Grealish, Rico Lewis again in between the lines. Savinho. I think that will be half time. Referee blows. Good phase of play before players ended, but a shocking defensive display. Saved the blushes today from Erling Haaland, to be honest. That's what it was. Saved the blushes today from Erling Haaland. By Erling Haaland. Both of his finishes were out of this world. Saved the blushes. I think Pep Guardiola will make a substitution at half time. Could be Kovacic for Rodri. Could be John Stones, Ruben Diaz. He will change something because if it continues like that, this is playing with fire. This is this has been a bloody pathetic performance. This has been an absolutely pathetic performance. Let's just check the scores of the other teams as well. Of course, City Brentford is 2-1. Palace Leicester leading by 1-0. Fulham leading by 1-0. Brighton Ipswich 0-0. Liverpool Forest 0-0. Let me just check something here. And uh, Gautam says, by the way, City are interested in both Words and Musiala for next season. We'll talk about it. Gautam will talk about it. That's a very interesting thing. I actually thought to talk about it, but the way we started the match, everything just went off. It was just absolutely pathetic. That too at the Etihad Stadium. It's not even an away ground. You bloody go to Stamford Bridge away. You bloody go to Upton Park away. West Ham's home. London Stadium, whatever they call it, and you put on A-star performances, and then at the Etihad you do this. Not acceptable at all. Look at John Stones over there. Bhaiya, this is every time Brentford are in attack, they look like scoring. Not one of our woods yet. Bhaiya in the first 10 minutes, Brentford should have scored twice. Sorry, 4 times, and that's not even an exaggeration. They should have easily been 4-0 up and out of sight. Easily, Brentford should have scored 4 goals in the first 10 minutes. That's how bad we were. Bayaji says Stones awful. Haaland and Eddie wonderful. I thought Haaland was good, Eddie was good, Rico Lewis was good. He made at least one uh, goal saving tackle. Kovacic was good, okay, except the tackle there which he had to make. I thought it was his mistake, but he had to make. He rotated the play well and stuff. I think Grealish was good today. I think name the players who were awful. I mean, he made a few back passes and all of that shit, Grealish, but by far he contained the ball well. He took the sting out of Brentford's attack. I mean, it was due to Grealish's work, to be honest, that Rico Lewis was able to advance more and more into the midfield as the game went on, and Brentford were also not able to leave that man high up because Grealish grew into the game as the game went on. But Savio was awful. I don't know what you guys feel about Savio. Bayaji, I think Savio was damn awful. Savio was just pathetic. I mean, I'm saying pathetic because he just kept the ball. He just kept the ball for too long. He didn't pass it. He wanted to dribble more. A lot of things for Savio, to be honest. Savio cannot hold the ball as much. He's not at Girona. I think I've said this, but Savio just cannot hold the ball that long, to be honest. I just I'll just check the score of Girona's playing Barcelona today. I'll just check the game score and then we can talk about the Musiala stuff actually. I think the match tomorrow. To be honest, tomorrow is when Girona plays Barcelona, not today. That's fine, but the Musiala stuff is interesting now, because I mean, where where will Musiala? I mean, you bring words and Foden is gonna leave because I mean, where do you play Musiala and where do you play? Okay, we are gonna get one of words or Musiala. Where do you play Musiala? Where is the space for him? Because when Oscar Bob is gonna come, the right hand spot is filled. It's gonna be Oscar Bob, Savinho, Doku, and Grealish. That's done right. And then the midfield is Foden, Kevin De Bruyne. Maybe I mean maybe you could say De Bruyne could leave next season. Gundogan will definitely not be long term next season. But then you already have Foden there. Claudio Echeverri is coming. So I don't know. Bernardo. I mean, where do you play Bernardo Silva then? Bernardo Silva will play in the midfield, and Bernardo Silva is not that old as well. He's 28, 29. I mean, how do you fit in? And if Words comes, there's no way you can play Words and Foden in the same team. The problem will be like Dybala and Messi. Dybala could not play in that Argentina team because Messi was there. Both of them move in the same positions. So I do not think Words comes. Words goes to Real Madrid along with Xabi Alonso. I think Bayern will not leave Musiala. I think City have a jam on our hands in Claudio Echeverri. And Musiala is not an attacking midfielder. He's almost in that. Musiala for me is almost someone like a Dennis Bergkamp, Eric Cantona. Is more of an Eric Cantona kind of a. Is that Eric Cantona kind of a player when he just plays off the striker Jamal Musiala. So I don't think we need a Musiala kind of a profile because I think for me Phil Foden is ahead to Kevin De Bruyne has thrown. There's no doubt in my mind whatsoever. Especially what he did last season. 19 goals, not a single one of them penalty. 9 goals from outside of the box. Rescued us when we were down in this very fixture. 2-0 down. Maybe at Brentford's home. Foden hat trick I think 3-1. Everton 1-0 down. Scores the goal to make it 1-1. Bernabeu 1-0 down. Scores against Real Madrid. I see Phil Foden playing. I actually see Phil Foden playing in that Kevin De Bruyne role, but I see Phil Foden in that Kevin De Bruyne role, and I'm more and the competition will be Claudio Echeverri. Do not think I'm more. I'm more a bit worried about how are we gonna replace that box to box midfielder, Gundogan kind of a midfielder. That is the area we need to aim for. To be honest, nothing. Maybe Jack Grealish is the replacement there. We went for Paqueta to play that box to box role when Gundogan went off. I think box to box role is the player that we have to look for. That is the profile of the player which we are actually looking at. Matthias Nunes was the reason we. That's the reason why we bought Matthews Nunes as well. Do you think Rodri will be converted to that kind of a player, box to box, where he can venture forward like a Yaya Toure and score goals, and you have someone like a Kovacic, or you buy someone to hold the midfield? Quite a possibility. But I think the profile we are looking at is a box to box midfielder and and a right back to cover for Kyle Walker. I know Rico Lewis is there, but yeah, do not think we are looking at Musiala, we are looking at Florian Wirtz. And I know why Musiala's agent is doing this. Musiala's agent is doing this because he wants to he he, he wants an increase in wages at Bayern Munich. I do not think City are gonna pay Musiala 400,000 pounds, something like that, outrageous money. We are not gonna do that unless you perform at the club and show it to us. So we are definitely not going to do that. So I do not think Musiala is in and Woods is in. We exactly do not know the profile of the player that City is actually looking at in terms of that CDM position, but I know for a fact that we are looking at that CDM position, to be honest. And of course, a backup to Erling Haaland to replace Julian Alvarez. The North London Derby is tomorrow. Tough fixture for Arsenal. That's the reason we need to win this game. Suddenly, the pressure is not on us to win at the Etihad against Arsenal. If we win this game, to be honest, Rico Lewis for me is the weak link in terms of that. In terms of the defense, our defense, not his mistake, but that's how it is sometimes. Gotham says Madrid are putting their focus on Rodri next season. This for the first time in a long time. Gotham is going to be the clash of two heavyweight clubs in the transfer market. City have been a club that have not preferred going into bidding wars. We have seen that when United wanted Harry Maguire, I mean, and Alexis Sanchez for that matter. City have always maintain that there's no bidding war. We let them take Alexis Sanchez. We let them take Harry Maguire. We let other clubs take Jorginho, Fred, and stuff. But when it comes to protecting our own player, I think if Rodri says I want to move, then it's a different story. I think in that time, in that manner, City will not stand in Rodri's way. But other than that, if Rodri doesn't say I want to go, if Rodri doesn't say I do not want to stay or something like that, I think then the club will not stand in his way. Madrid can offer $1 billion. It will not matter for City. Rodri is not for sale unless Rodri comes and says I want to leave. This is almost like you're protecting someone from an enemy, and suddenly the one who you're protecting says I like the enemy more than you right now. Suddenly you're broken, you cannot do anything, you're powerless. That's what will happen if Rodri says to City I want to go. I do not think Rodri will tell that, but again let us see, it's Real Madrid and stranger things are happening. Baya says, is Grealish on 300 thousand pounds per week? If yes, then by what logic? I think Baya, the simple logic is he brings in a lot of brand revenue for the club. I think that's the only logic. I think it's the same logic why Rashford is on such high wages for United. It's the same logic why David Beckham, even though David Beckham in that Real Madrid side, for example, was not the absolute best. There were people like Zidane and all that Galactico side, but Beckham was one of the highest earners there. Commercial appeal. I think Jack Grealish brings a lot of commercial revenue for the city through his endorsements, through merchandise sale, a lot. I think that's the only reason. I think otherwise, purely on sporting merits, I don't see Jack Grealish wages being justified. I don't think even half of that being justified. I think £100,000 per week for Jack Grealish is the real justification. Gautam says, "Will you go? Your thoughts?" I don't want to jinx it, Gautam. I don't want to jinx it, but I don't want him to leave. But yeah, I don't think he'll leave, Gautam. If you ask me, I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think he'll leave because he's getting so much love at this club. Do not think. And Rodri is. I mean, you see certain characters, and you immediately know they are flashy, and they're flashy. They might be good human beings, good personalities, but they're flashy. And when the next big thing comes, they go. They don't tend to David Beckham to Real Madrid, for example, leaving United behind. But with Rodri, I think he seems to be a person not on social media. He rarely uses social media, and that's the thing. Those are the substitutions. Rodri and just Josko Guardiola coming on. So Rodri feels like someone who will be there where he's loved it. So he will be at City for sure. Kadam says, especially after playing for Atletico Madrid. I didn't think of that angle, but apparently that will not be a hindrance. Apparently, they say that will not be a hindrance, but I don't know. I don't know about it. But just looking at the personality which Rodri is, I do not think he leaves. We are back in. There's been two substitutions. Josko Guardiola is there. Rodri is there, and you betcha who's out. Prikolus is out, and Kovacic is out. This is near to our strongest team, to be honest. Now with Rodri in there, a lot of will be put in there as well, and Brentford second balls will not be as effective as they were when Kovacic was there. I think for me, Rodri plays the important games, and I think Kovacic rotates in all of the other games, and both will get 30-40 games this season, I think. Ikai Gundogan driving there, driving it. The Brentford defense, Kevin De Bruyne, King Kevin on the ball. Savinho has to give it to King Kevin. Chooses to give it to Kyle Walker. Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri. Great switch there, Rodri. Jack Grealish. It was Rodri, Guardiola, Grealish. Pep seems like Pep has given them an almighty rollicking. Look at the control and the poise with which City is playing. Rodri. That's a penalty. He's given a dive for Savinho and it's a yellow card. Was that a dive? Savinho is not arguing at all. That's Savinho is not arguing at all. I don't say it's an intentional dive. He fell down, but it looks pretty bad when you watch back on a replay. Pep will not be happy with that. At City, you stay on the feet. It's Brentford's ball, and it's City's throw. Gotham says Neymar trades. Exactly, Neymar trades. I think Gotham, it's also a thing that you see more in South American players. I think there might be exceptions like David Beckham, but you see South American players. You see your players like Ronaldinho, Neymar, All of these kind of people, they they actually tend to go towards where the money is. Not a wrong thing at all. Everyone has their own preferences, but they tend to go through where the partying is, where the money is, and all of that. Not everyone's like that, but many South American players are like that. Look at what happened to Alexandro Pato. Ronaldinho was a party beast as well. Ronaldo R9 was somewhat kind of a party beast. So just think you see more with, and also I think that this obsession with playing for Real Madrid is more in South American players more than Spanish players. Uh, unless you're from the Barcelona academy or something, that's a different question. But yeah, so I do not expect Rodri to leave. To be honest, Jack Grealish, Josko Guardiola, that's a corner. Guardiola's looking much more comfortable there. I mean, seeing it like this, Ake's injury is actually a blow, to be honest, because who do we have on that left hand side apart from Josko Guardiola? Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish, Savinho. This is Sun on the far side, and it's not that easy to spot it. But yeah, Kevin De Bruyne, almost a great run there behind the back of Brentford defense by Savinho. Fantastic run there. Savinho's heard that he's been booked for a dive, to be honest. Flecken, we have not allowed Brentford to kind of venture into our half on the attack. Second ball. Look at how Rodri is defending the second balls. Gundogan does absolutely well. Ah, Kadam says, please learn set piece. I mean, Savio is good at set pieces. Gundogan's good at set pieces. But apart from that, Kevin De Bruyne and Foden are absolutely shocking at set pieces. This is stupid from Edison there. What are we playing again? Back to that slackiness. Gautam, this is gonna be a nervy ending, I think. Right? This is gonna be an absolutely nervy ending. And the worst thing is, Gautam, I don't care even if the set piece is bad. The worst thing is opponents get chances to score from our set piece, which is absolutely pathetic. It sometimes seems, are we getting the set piece to let opponents score? We need to score the third. We need to absolutely score the third here. John Stones is looking absolutely off it. We need to score the third here, guys, to relax. We need to score the third here. They're handling Haaland much better in this half, to be honest. There've been no balls for him as well in this half. Gundogan's pressing from the front and it's not Haaland. That is wonderful recovery work there from Josko Guardiola, to be honest. John Stones is just looking off it. Pep might as well remove him. I don't know what Savio. I mean, it was Gundogan. That is good recovery work from Rodri. Rodri's already done three recoveries. He's completely wiped off the second balls from Brentford. Rodri is just calmed everything down. Kovacic was good. He's in the top 5 DMs in the world, but this is the best DM in the world. Rodri, look at what he's done. Jack Grealish, Manuel Akanji, Edison, back to Edison. Gautam this will be there no matter what. It's just so nervy. Again, look at it, short pass. I don't know what, how the hell can we be so pathetic after 8 years under Pep? This is eighth year in terms of playing out from the back. Look at it. This is as nervy as it was in Pep's first season, to be honest, in playing out from the back. Ah, Erling Haaland was almost through there. Press, Haaland, press Flacken. Hurry him. Flacken's not a dud with his feet, to be honest. It's good. City recover the ball back. Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan's made a mistake, uncharacteristic there. The previous Brentford attack, but can just excuse him for that because we know what Ilkay Gundogan is and what he brings. Jack Grealish does absolutely well to protect the ball there. Kevin De Bruyne, Manuel Akanji. Akanji is just venturing so much forward today. Well done by Savinho. Walker with his run, but well defended by Brentford, and Mboum was looking to make that one. Pep is just animated on the touchline. Pep is just going berserk on the touchline. Pep knows we need that third goal. Pep knows it. Ah, little better pass from Savinho and Haaland was in there. Savinho, little bit better final ball. We need to score the third, guys. That's a City throw in. It's a City throw in. I don't know what the referee was thinking. How the hell is it a Brentford throw in? Flacken's taking his time. They know as long as they can drag this deep into the second half, then they can hit us. We need to score a goal in the next 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Make it 3-1, relax in the weekend. Then Brentford will come forward more and then kill them on the counter attack. That is an inventive set piece from Brentford. Stones read it absolutely well. Probably his best piece of defending today. Had to read it well and he's read it well. Steve done well to press it back to Flacken. Rodri with the mistake, but Gundogan, Grealish, Haaland. What the hell is happening, guys? Be focused. Why are we not being focused here? Brentford are looking to play around our press. We just Rodri miskicked the ball there. This shows everyone. Kyle, go back, get back. We cannot allow Brentford to make it 2-1, 2-2. Just cannot allow that. Erling Haaland almost nipping the ball off the defender. Ah, they're playing around the press. I think when Haaland is going for the press, I think everyone should go together. Press is not coordinated today, and look at Brentford playing through us. Ah, that was almost an open goal. Lewis Potter, dare I say Harry Potter, just did not have his magic wand today. Otherwise, that was 2-2. Goodbye. Gautam says beautiful passing. Brentford, the press is not good, Gautam. Yes, the passing from Brentford is beautiful, but the press is not good from us. Haaland is going and no one else is going with him. No one else is going along with Erling Haaland. Gautam says almost unlocked. We need to score the third somehow, Gautam. I don't care how it comes. We need to score the third. We cannot take this deep. That's the thing. Need to score the third. Bring on Ruben Diaz at the back. Just shut the shop. Prepare for Inter Milan. Gautam says for that we need a Doku. The problem, Gautam, is Doku dribbles and if he misses the ball, I think Brentford will pounce on us on the counter attack. So bringing Doku is, I think it's a two-edged, double-edged sword. The benefits are there, but equally the risks exist with it as well. Kevin De Bruyne, Manuel Akanji, Rodri, Jack Grealish. Can we have a sustained spell of possession? That's what I'm asking for. Manuel Akanji. Gautam says yes, that's a punt. And I think at this stage, there's no reason to take that punt. I think Gautam, a much more better punt could be maybe bring in a Bernardo Silva instead of Jack Grealish. Put Savinho on the left, which means Savinho will cut inside, and then Bernardo on the right, and Bernardo can help us in our pressing as well. I think bringing Bernardo for me makes more sense. To be honest, Jack Grealish, City throw in. What do you think, Gautam? Are Liverpool in the title race, or is it gonna be City and Arsenal? What do you think it is? Is it a three-way title race, the way Arne Slot has started, or there be something else? Rodri, are we in for a Rodri banger today? That's a throw in for City. Jack Grealish should have completed that cross. Even Grealish knows it. Uh, it's interesting to see how long the run or the honeymoon period for Arne Slot will go through because Ange Postecoglou last season, I think what he wants for the first 6 games or whatever. I think first 8 games they won six of them or something like that. This is wonderful there from Ilkay Gundogan. Look at that perseverance. Rodri. Rodri be looking to take a hit. Gautam, all of this has Rodri written over all over it. Rodri strike. Can we have Rodri venture more into the box? Ah, that was so close for Erling Haaland to complete his hat trick. That was so close. Let's just check the scores for other teams and see how it's going. Crystal Palace 1, Leicester 2. This is interesting. Forest Liverpool is still nil-nil, which is interesting. Switch Brighton. City Pool looks more likely, but then that was so close from Savinho. Savinho should have he's hit so many shots like that for Girona. I think Savinho should have done better over there. I know it's a fantastic strike, cracking strike, but Savinho should have done better. Rodri, that pass from Madison was awkward to be honest. Very difficult for Jack Grealish to take it. Will Pep make another substitution? I don't know. Gautam says Arsenal have to win tomorrow to be in it. It's not going to be easy to come back and clear out points in the end. It's only City that has done it in the past. And also Arsenal fans, Gautam telling that the red card on Rice was not unfair. I do agree where they all come on from. Yes, the red card was injustice. It probably should not be a red. But still, when you're competing for the tie, the ball comes to Jack Grealish. This was unexpected. Jack Grealish. But Savinho, Brentford have not cleared the line. Savinho needs to retain possession here. Savinho needs to retain possession. Yes, Kyle give it to Savinho needs to retain possession here. Rodri, Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne goes in there. Jack! What a strike from Jack Grealish that is. Good save, Flacken. Great strike from Jack Grealish. This is fantastic from Jack Grealish. Ah, I mean, those kind of shots, I think I mean, it's comfortable in the end for the goalkeeper, but and then shit set piece. Gautam, this is my worry. Now my worry is Brentford will be on the attack from the shit set piece from us. Look at that shit set piece. It can't get any more shittier than that. That is an Ulma. I do not think you will see a much worse set piece than that. So yeah, Gautam, regarding the Arsenal one, yes, Declan Rice, red card, Arsenal fans feel that injustice has been done. Everything is fine, but in the match, you're 1-0 up. Okay, you're down to 10 men. Being 1-0 up and down to 10 men is not the end of the world. Being 1-0 down and being down to 10 men is difficult, but being 1-0 up and down to 10 men is. Ah! Haaland should have buried it. What a save that is from Flecken. Look at the power from Haaland there. Ah! Savio does well. It should have been 3-1 City. The power from Haaland was immaculate. Well done, Flecken. I'll give that to him. Gundogan. Ah! City are piling up the pressure on Brentford. Here, no outball from Mbumo. He looks frustrated. Kevin De Bruyne. Great switch there from Kevin De Bruyne. Jack Grealish can keep it in. Kevin De Bruyne wants it. The passing is at breakneck speed from City. Brentford are just not able to keep it up. Rodri. And it's a corner for City. The game is being played at a rapid pace right now, guys. The pace of the game is rapid, but again set piece. Sorry, again a corner. Exactly, Gautam. One good set piece. They played it short, so Gundogan. It's another set piece. It's another corner. Gautam, why don't we buy Watt Prowse? I think you buy Watt Prowse and the league is done. Because City gets so many set pieces. You have Haaland, you have Rodri, you have Guardiola, you have Diaz, you have Akanji in the box, you have 5 power headers in the box. Buy James Ward-Prowse and the league is done. At least you get one goal from every set piece. And I think it should have been as simple as that. Buy James Ward-Prowse and the league is over. I just can't imagine us having James Ward-Prowse. What was that from? It's another set piece. It's another set piece. Oh my god. Ah! Kyle Walker is almost close. Gautam says it will be Kyle Walker's almost close there. It's just. If Rodri hit that, I think it's a goal. Just above the net. Gautam says it will be 116 charge. Brentford are making substitution. Gautam, what's the meme going on social media right now? If City win the case, add one more point to give us one more point so that we will win the league with 115 points, 115 charges, 115 points. 71 minutes gone. I'll actually check scores in the other games. Kevin De Bruyne had to pass it straight through, I think. It's interesting in the Liverpool game. Liverpool nil, Forest 1. This is interesting. I think we are not I think we are not on the same page. Callum Hudson-Odoi scores. This is interesting. Gautam says, I don't mind that. Yes, none of us will mind that. But Rodri rescues it, retains the possession again. Kevin De Bruyne. Manuel Akanji. Ilkay Gundogan. They're just blocking with all their might. John Stones does well. Back to Edison. Eddie, careful, careful. Jack Grealish. Foden is fit. Foden is training as well. Gundogan loses the ball. Shit! Gundogan's not been good today. Might be rust, might be what. Gundogan's not been good today. He's lost the ball twice or thrice, which is unlike Ilkay Gundogan. Brentford want to rest on the ball a bit, but our speed of passing around Brentford's area was just something else. The defending of the second balls has been so good. Brentford are not even trying to put in second balls since Rodri is into the midfield. Since Rodri is there, Kyle Walker, Rodri, Ilkay Gundogan, they're just pressing Gundogan. Jack Grealish does extremely well. Savinho is going through. Savinho is going through. Savinho! Ha! It's Josko Guardiola who went through and Savinho needed to score. I mean, how did we not score there? Gotham, how did we not score there? What the F exactly? Josko Guardiola went through and he did great work, but Savinho needs to score. Savinho needs to score. On his stronger foot, cut inside. He just needs to blast it into the bloody bottom top corner. Savinho needs to get a score. I don't care whatever you say about that. It wasn't a tough finish. Savinho needed to score there. My goodness. Now watch bloody Brentford score. Kazam says, what kind of a shot? Exactly. You just need. I mean, if it was of his right foot, I'm like, fine, that's a difficult angle, but on his stronger foot, just smash it. Kadam, just imagine if Riyad Mahrez was in the position of Savinho, what would he would have done? How many times have we seen Riyad Mahrez finish those chances? Riyad Mahrez eats up those chances for dinner, for breakfast every morning. Kevin De Bruyne, that's a great ball from Edison. Jack Grealish needs to return it to Kevin, and he does it. But the way Guardiola went through, it just reminded me of what Guardiola did last season against Fulham away. If you remember those last 3-4 games where Guardiola was scoring goals for fun, especially in the Fulham away game where he went through and scored. Savinho. Ha! Can't score again, Savinho. Ah! Gautam, if Riyad would have been there, it's a hat trick for Riyad Mahrez, right? It's definitely a hat trick for Riyad Mahrez today. You need to gulp up those chances. I'm very sorry again. Johnstone's pulling back Brentford's attacker. It's a yellow card for John Stones. Gautam says the first one is always the difficult one. Savinho will be there. I'm sure he'll be there, Gautam. I'm sure he'll be there. It's just the expectations from him. That's all. Because if I have to compare Gautam, after the first season, everyone wanted Mahrez out. There were reports that Riyad Mahrez was not passing to Aguero. Aguero and Kevin De Bruyne had a spat with Riyad Mahrez. They were all reports. I don't necessarily believe they're true, most of them, but Mahrez was shit in his first season at City. And he's left as a City legend. Iconic goals. And Kevin De Bruyne is through. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland's touch. What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening here? Erling Haaland was almost through there. Ah, Erling Haaland's touch let him down. What the hell, guys? And Guardiola and Akanji did that extremely well. Why is the game so stretched? This moment in time, 80th minute. Jack Grealish, I think Bernardo needs to come on, to be honest, just to kill the game of Savinho. What the? What the hell is that? Did you look at how the ball is refusing to go into the net? What the hell is that? What the hell was that? Exactly. Gautam, on another day, it should have been 6-1, right? The ball is just not going into the net. Erling Haaland should be having 4 goals at least in this match. What the hell is that? What the hell was that? Ah! I just can't believe it. Just can't believe it, Gautam. What's happening? Absolutely can't believe it. Again, exactly again. How many times does he Erling Haaland take those many chances? I'm glad his first 2 goals went in. It hit the bar. Great finish. It hit the bar, the earlier finish. What the F is going on? I think Jeremy Doku needs to come on. He might be the lucky charm. You know who is the lucky charm? Bernardo Silva is the lucky charm, I think. On another day, this could easily have been 6-1, 7-1. Whatever score line you can suggest, to be honest. Suman says City should be at least 10-1 up. Hello Sumant, how are you doing? Sumant, mate, buddy. I mean, Alvin Haaland is standing up from his chair. He cannot believe it, what he's seeing. Pep cannot believe it, what he's seeing. The Savinho mess has to be the worst of it all. The Savinho mess has to be the worst of it all. It was more easier than, yes, with Erling Haaland's finishes, it hit the bar. The keeper was there, but with Savinho's finish, Bernardo Silva and Diaz are coming on. I think Pep watches us, to be honest. I think Savinho's finish, Guardiola squares it up for him, stronger foot, should blast it into that far top corner. Don't know what he does. What he does there, Savinho. Savinho's mess is. I just think Savinho didn't pass the ball enough. Jack Grealish has to be the most unluckiest. How many shots? He's had a brilliant game, Jack Grealish. Has been more forward thinking. Those small passes, it's been very good. The game from Grealish has been absolutely supreme. I think on another day, Grealish himself would be going out with at least 2 goals or a goal and an assist. Bernardo Silva comes on. Diaz comes on, Stones goes off. Akanji, Diaz, Walker, Guardiola. I think this is our best defense. This is our best defense of this season. The best midfield of this season. Gundogan, De Bruyne and Rodri. You could argue Bernardo, Savinho and Haaland. I think this could be the best 11 of the season for us, at least until now. Gotham says Hobbit. By the way, something interesting is going on the Liverpool game, guys. Liverpool losing nil 1, which is interesting. Savinho switch sides, of course. Bernardo will play on the right wing. It's a City throw in. We need to score the third here. It's Brentford goal kick. Ball's gone out apparently. Look at Brentford's expansive passing there. My God, I think they are gonna score the second. Get the bloody ball somehow. Ruben, arrange the defense. Kevin De Bruyne is directing stuff. That is very well done. That haven't you? I think you cannot see two cold-blooded animals like Haaland and uh, Edison in any part of the world. I think they're more cold-blooded than any of the cold-blooded mammals. Look at that. Kyle Walker does. Erling Haaland gets to the ball. This is interesting. That was good from Pinnock. Bernardo press. Gundogan does extremely well. That's a free kick. Brentford. Gundogan's pressing is a bit off today. Liverpool are still losing. Their game is like 4 minutes ahead of us. So 90th minute and Liverpool are still losing. Haaland's press is very good over here. I don't know how you guys are even able to watch it. It's just so tense. It's absolutely tense. I think that's why Pepe's got his best team on the pitch now. That's a foul, and it's in City's favour. Well done. Ika Gundogan. Ethan Pinnock has done well, largely, especially in the second half, I think. But Haaland should have had his hat trick, honestly. What the hell was that? I don't understand. Kevin De Bruyne. Ah! Yasko Guardiola should have been a striker, man. Haaland will be proud of your runs. Those are some amazing runs. I do not think 90% of strikers in the Premier League can make the runs which Guardiola has made in this half. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That's a free kick to Brentford. I think it's a throw in. No, it's a free kick. Walker's done extremely well there. It's nothing, honestly. It's nothing. It's a throw into City at the most. It's nothing. It's not a free kick. Brentford are quite inventive with the free kicks. They are going into the last 2 minutes of normal time, guys. It's a goal kick. Well defended by Gundogan. Very well defended by Gundogan. It's a goal kick. One more minute of added time. Sorry, one more minute of normal time. Keep the ball for this minute, guys. I don't know. I don't know why he's actually removed Grealish, because the combination of Grealish, I think he should have removed Savio and let Grealish stay on, because the combination of Grealish, Haaland, Bernardo will be too much for Brentford. Rodri. I don't know what the hell was that from Kyle Walker. Should have kept the ball much better. 2 minutes of added time. He got them 2 minutes of added time. What a take by the Brentford winger, and Brentford score! I almost thought they scored. I almost thought they scored there. No one made a central run for Brentford, otherwise it was free. Bloody hell, keep the ball now. I don't know what Savinho is doing there. Why can't he bloody keep the ball? Idiot Savinho will cost us the match. Idiot Savinho would have costed the match. What the hell was Savinho doing over there? What an absolute idiot. Right? What an absolute idiot, Savinho. Giving the ball away in the middle of the pitch. You get the ball, pass it wide. Especially when you're just defending a 1 goal lead. What the hell was Savinho thinking over there? It's just driving me mad. What the hell was Savinho thinking over there, guys? I think one more minute will be added on due to substitution of Matheus Nunes. I think Nunez should have been brought on far earlier. Gautam says he pulled his muscle. But Gautam, the intention wasn't right? He got the ball, he has to pass it wide. Why was he looking to drive the ball through the midfield? Especially when you're protecting a 1 goal lead. He needs to have the sense. You lose the ball in the midfield, the turnover's there. Mbumo is making the run, Shade is making the run, Blues Potter is making the run. That could easily have been a goal for Brentford. I just don't understand what Savinho was thinking. Get the ball, pass it wide, move on. One more minute to go, guys. One more minute to go. This is heart-wrenching. That is excellent work there. I think it was from Matheus Nunes. I think what that is great from Matheus Nunes. Wow, pass it wide. Nunes, that's what Savinho would have done there. Kevin De Bruyne taking the ball to the corner. Yes. And it's a throw in for City. Are we there? 3 minutes are up. Will the referee add one more minute? Or like Gautam said, is it going to be minutes added till Brentford score? 3 minutes are up. Yes, one extra minute for substitutions is up. And the referee blows the whistle. A hard fought victory. Wow. A tense victory, a hard fought victory. A day when the ball refused to go in for us. Erling Haaland had to be at his absolute best. See, this is the thing, Gautam. When Arsenal fans are moaning about losing to, drawing against Brighton, that's a loss because it's at home. Okay, they got the red. That is not in your control. You know what mood the referee comes into the match is not in your control. His wife might be angry on him. And whatever is going through, it's not in your control. You are 1-0 up, down to 10 men. Havertz goes through one-on-one, don't score. Saka goes to one on one almost. You don't score. You get two golden chances when you're 1-0 up. You don't take them. You don't have the right to cry when you're chasing a title. When you're chasing a team like City. You're chasing a champion team like City. You got to take those chances. The fan base of Arsenal needs to evolve. Look at the difference here. 1-0 down within 25-30 seconds. Ball was not going in. How many bloody chances we were having. Still we fought on, fought on, fought on. This was not our day. Easily on another day we could have lost 3-2 or drawn 2-2. Gotham says, and Liverpool lost at home. And Liverpool lost at home. Gotham says, so basically I jinxed City poor. We welcome you to changing Ladakh, Gautam. Welcome you to change it. Was it at Anfield? I wasn't aware it was at Anfield. Been checking the score, but I always thought, oh, Liverpool lost at Anfield after a long time. Oh, this is interesting. Wow. Liverpool lost at Anfield after, I think, after how many ever years, I don't know. West Ham score a late goal. I think 90 plus 5. Danny Ings, West Ham. Gerard Bowen with the assist. Could I have him in my fantasy team? And Brighton Ipswich finished 0-0. Wow, this is one of the most satisfactory things I would say. Pool losing at Anfield. All you got. Gautam, can you please jinx tomorrow's game as well? Spurs Arsenal. Wow. Never felt so happy on a weekend. Liverpool losing at Anfield and City by the barest of margins. It was a very, very tough game, I would say. Very tough game. Nothing was going for us. Stones was absolutely pathetic in defense. Our midfield, Savinho kept the ball for too long. I mean, when Bernardo came, that's when it all settled. And Matthews Nunes, I think it's in these sort of games that Matthews Nunes provides you something different. Because Matthews Nunes, I mean, we do not have a strong ball carrier. Yes, Kovacic does that, but Kovacic is not physical enough. With Matthews Nunes, I think he can defend those second balls. He's physical enough. He's an excellent ball carrier. I think this match deserved Kovacic, Nunes, and KDB to be a starting 11. This match actually asks for a midfield of Nunez and KDB along with Kovacic holding. You needed a ball carrier. You needed someone to break the press. I think that was where Pep got it wrong. I think because Gundogan will not be as effective in these kind of matches, especially when Brentford look at how they're falling on him. Or maybe he could have shifted Kovacic further up, and then maybe he could have brought in Matthews Nunes. They're showing the goals, and Visa scored after 25 seconds, and they were just freaking off. And then Erling Haaland with a nice full finish with the ball. I mean, this is two cold-blooded monsters linking up with each other. Erling Haaland and Ederson, that is the treat of the day, to be honest. Erling Haaland and Ederson. I think today's match turned on starting Savio instead of Bernardo Silva and Matthews Nunes and instead of Gundogan. I think those both are what it is. Are the changes, and Pep will realize that. I think as well. Like John Stones was not good enough. That's this match. That's another thing. But also the runs of Guardiola, guys. How about the runs of Josko Guardiola? I mean, I have not seen a striker make those runs. I do not. I think the runs of Josko Guardiola are up there with, you could say, an Erling Haaland. How he just goes through the center from that left back position. We have a special talent in Josko Guardiola. Just imagine Haaland making those runs and Guardiola also making those runs at the same time. How will you defend them as a defensive team? And Grealish or someone staying wide. That is going to be impossible to defend it as a defensive team. Gautam says, now I feel the race will be between City and Arsenal. I think so, Gautam. But if Arsenal forget losing, even if Arsenal draw against Spurs tomorrow, I suddenly think the game at the Etihad will be a little bit more, stress free for us, knowing that it is not the be all and end all game. We could, in fact, sit back and take a draw. I think if Arsenal drop points today, even if a draw, they'll already be 4 points behind us. I, th- I think we I think we can afford to draw that game, whereas Arsenal cannot afford to draw that game. Gautam says Inter will be tough. I feel they will have a low block for sure. This time the Champions League will be tougher as well, Gautam, than the previous group stages because it's two extra matches. And then if you don't qualify in the top eight, there'll be two more extra matches for you. But anyway, two extra matches generally for all of the teams, and then there's immense pressure to qualify in the top eight. And the higher you finish in the table, the better your grouping will be for the last 16 and the quarterfinals and all of uh, other things. So I think there are no easy group games this time where after the first 2-3 rounds the group is like done. Which means the squad of Arsenal will be stretched even more. The squad of Liverpool will be stretched even more, which a lot of Liverpool and Arsenal fans are not realizing. So I think the next two Premier League games are tough for us. Arsenal home, and then we have Newcastle away. That's a 5 p.m. kickoff, which I generally don't like. And Fulham at home, Fulham home away. Marco Silva teams are generally difficult. Wolves away is difficult generally. And then we have Southampton and Brentford. So sorry, Southampton and Bournemouth. But anyway, so I don't realize the extent to which Arsenal and Liverpool fans are judging that they will be stretched, to be honest. So I mean this is again not gonna be a normal season. This is gonna be a season where your squads will be stretched. And just a shout out to Brentford, they actually passed beautifully around us. Haven't seen a team having the guts to look at us in the eye and play possession based football passing around us. Very good game, thoroughly enjoyed it. Even maybe I would be a bit better if City came out on the wrong side, even with the draw. But glad that we actually won. Glad that we actually won, and the squad for Inter will be interesting. I think he'll pick Ford in there. Now you see, this is where Arsenal and Liverpool in the context of a title race are a bit behind because suddenly Rodri has uh, suddenly Rodri has a month's extra rest because he's not played the first three matches. Foden has almost a month's extra rest. Gundogan almost has a month's extra rest because he's not played the first three games. And he played 45 minutes for Barca maybe and little bit time uh, against West Ham. So suddenly you see City's core players or Haaland doesn't have the didn't have the Euros, so it's no matter in that. So I think generally you see our core team, the core 3-4 people, they're absolutely fresh. And then you see the core people of Liverpool and Arsenal, Odegaard, Saka, Thomas Partey, they're all already, so much overstretched. Same with Liverpool as well. Sabozla, Salah, Diego Jota. It's interesting, how Pep is taking this forward. So first four games, four Ws. So a great game for us. A fantastic game, I would say. Very nervy in the end, not straightforward like in the first few games, but in the end we are over the line due to Erling Haaland's high school finishing. That is what it is, and nothing else. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining me. Thank you, Gautam, Sumanth, and JSK and Bayaji for coming on here. It was a pleasure watching the game with all of you guys, especially Gautam. Thanks a lot for being with me till the end of the game, and it was great. Your jinx word. Liverpool lost at Anfield for the first time, and we won. Whatever that jinx is, it's pretty powerful. what many people could not actually do for a long time. You've made it possible at Anfield. So, anyway,